Good morning, internets. Here we are. It's been a few days, probably closer to a week since my last vlog. The weather has been hit or miss. Haven't received any snow yet, but it's been cool, crisp at night, like frost on the windows still at night. But during the day, it's been almost warm, like +5, +6 or so Celsius. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So here we go. Well, today I'd like to go for a drive. I got a bit of a loop plan that I would like to do. Not 100% sure if it's going to happen exactly or if it's just going to be whatever, but we'll have to see how she goes. One of the places I'd like to go is a little, can't really call it a town or a village, kind of like a hamlet, if you will, south of town. It's in some trouble lately. It's had a little bit of issues with its RM, like its county, or its legal issues as well. According to social media posts, there has been some backdoor shady dealings going on and stuff that hasn't been very upfront about. There's been some photos posted on the social medias here that show the town in disarray with abandoned homes, knocked down homes or half knocked down homes, and apparently there is something like 60 houses or something. Out of those 60 houses, almost half of them are either knocked down or abandoned or damaged. So it sounds like a regular, well, a war zone, or almost an abandoned town, if you will. However, that being said, I thought about shooting some footage there, trying to bring awareness to what's really going on. However, according to some social media posts, there are some residences that live there that seem to have appointed themselves to be like the law around there. And if you're driving around a public street in a public town with no intent except for just driving around, they stop you, ask for ID, and harass you, because apparently everybody who comes into their town is up to no good. Now, before you guys jump on the comment section and comment your 2 cents, let me say I do understand why they're doing what they're doing. They're just protecting their town from people coming to steal copper out of the houses, or vandalism, or even getting hurt, because some of these houses are old enough to have wells, like outdoor wells on their property, or cisterns that people could fall into. Some of these houses are still good, as in terms of either selling them or renting them out, but if people get in there and vandalize them, then it causes larger issues. But where the thing that I have questions is, why are these people self-appointed sheriffs or self-appointed law around there and stopping people? And when people don't stop, they take pictures of them and post their vehicle and such on social media. Well, we do have a police force. I know they are kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it probably will take 45 minutes for a cop to get there, and by then the people will be gone. But at the same time, if you took their license plate number down and reported it, it would go a lot further than harassing innocent, honest people that are just wondering what's going on in a town because you guys have raised awareness on social media of something going on. I am sort of torn both ways in there. I understand why they're doing what they're doing, because this town or village or hamlet, whatever you want to call it, has been around for a very long time. There used to be a school there, which family members of mine actually went to. There used to be a side store, like corner store, and a bit of business out there. There used to be some nice houses and family things out there, And last time I was out there, it still was pretty put together. However, that was the spring of 2018 and things hadn't really broke yet. Here we are, the spring of 2019, and I guess over the last year things have really been torn up. So not 100% sure if I want to go up there and risk getting in trouble for just minding my own business and wondering what's going on in the local community, or just let the chips fall the way they're going to fall, because those that are in charge already have their minds made up that they're going to do what they're going to do before, well, it was ever even started. The next step is, I'm going to stop out at the cemetery, and I've been working on my dad's headstone for the last 3 years. Through a lot of things that have been going on in my life, I haven't had a lot of time to do it. And I want to do one more piece again this summer, and hopefully if finances, I can swing it, I can get the last piece in place, and then it'll be finally done. Finally, I'll be able to fulfill a promise I made to my dad, that his grave would not go unmarked, unlike my grandma's did for probably 25 years. It's kind of one of them things, right? And then there's a couple more stops to the west I wouldn't mind to do, as long as I'm feeling okay. Everything is still going good. If not, I'll head her back home and strike out another day. So, got the old dash cam going and rolling, and we'll see what the day holds, and we'll catch y'all then. Well, hello internets, here we are. We come to the end of another day. I hope you guys enjoyed the road footage that I put up before this here part. A little bit of an explanation of the road footage. Well, it started out in the morning, leaving Lloydminster, heading to Marsden, doing a few things. One of the biggest things was confirming Dad's measurements of his headstone, so I can get that all done and in place this year. Kind of trying to fulfill a promise that I made years ago to get her done, and this is the summer that I need to tie up those loose ends. Well, then from Marsden headed on over to Wainwright, Alberta, which is just 15-20 minutes or so west of Marsden, Saskatchewan. Wheeled in there, grabbed a coffee at the McDonald's, and continued west some more to a little bit of an attraction called the Battle River Trestle Bridge. Now the bridge, I forget, I read it somewhere, but I believe it was the early 1900s that it was built and used to, well, essentially like the rail is meant for, running supplies and stuff east to west. Well, it is still around today and still being used today, been rebuilt a few times and had a few derailments and issues, but it is still standing today, and I'm not 100% sure if my camera was able to get the shots that I wanted because, well, I have noticed that it is acting up a bit lately, so I may have to break down and invest in some new equipment. One thing I will know I'll have to buy is a new tripod. For some odd reason mine has cracked around the pivot of the head unit there, so it no longer stays tight, so it kind of swings and sways around, especially on a windy day. That tripod was about 4 years old or so, which is odd, but at the same time it's sat around for the last year, and you never know. It might have been dropped a few times or stepped on, or maybe that's why it was at Princess Auto, was because those tripods don't have a good history of longevity. So when you factor in, you know, that's only what, $10-15 a year tripod costs, so really it's not that bad, I guess. So one of these days I'll have to go shopping for a new tripod, especially if and when I'm hoping to win my summer plans do come to reality. I will need a tripod for the summer. Currently just editing up the road footage here that I shot today, trying to get something coherent out of the footage. 1 or 2 videos, maybe a bit of a vlog clip here for this here vlog. I kind of had thought about going a little further north and west to another town, another stop, but I was starting to feel a little bit rough by the time I had done what I'd done, so I'm kind of glad I didn't push myself, because, well, I'm feeling a little shaky tonight, a little off tonight, and I don't want to overdo it. You know, once again, trying to stay within my limits, pushing them slightly each time, but not overdoing it, not hurting myself, and not taking a leap backwards. Trying to do what I can with what I'm given and work with what I have. I guess that's what my new life is now, and around we roll. Remember, we do have a fan mail box for all your fan mail needs, as well as links to the social medias. They are down below as well. And as always, thanks for watching. Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.